up on the high side. Timothy Peters, Ross Chastain.
Contact and another crash, and this one involves Gerhart in the 63. And the caution is back out.
Oh, man.
Hold on to it. Hold the brake. Hold the brake.
Well, those teams that were short on fuel or hoping they could make it, they didn't want any more laps. No more caution laps.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So you know how we've been doing a lot of NASCAR content lately? Well, my dad did a thing, and yeah, I'm gonna show you guys here in a second. Yeah, look at that LB7 smoke, baby. Because it's freaking America Day, that's why. So not only does the family now have 3 NASCARs, but my sister called me last night and told me to come outside. So I'm gonna play the footage from last night when she asked me to come outside. This is perfect. Looks like Dad just got home. So for those of you that don't know, my dad actually competitively races and constantly runs a Bobby Gerhart paint scheme. So Bobby Gerhart's actually in our hometown, and my dad did a thing. And looks like he's hooking up to it right now. Talk about good timing though, huh?
You gotta move it first and clean it up before you do any video.
Well, this is in the video right now.
That's stupid.
Otherwise, it doesn't meet specs.
It won't pass inspection, shit. That's where it hit the wall.
What the hell? All right, Dad, so what's the history behind this car here?
I was talking to Bobby Gerhart in regards to my internet iRacing and racing in the OP Super Speedway Racing League. And he was asking me about my sim setup with my screens and my seat and stuff that I use for racing, and showed him a video of how we race the super speedways on iRacing, and he had asked me if I could actually make a sim seat out of a setup out of his wrecked car from Daytona last year in the February truck race. And I said I could, and he says, well, the truck was a total loss, so when they're done stripping it down, he'd give me the truck, and I could do with it what I want.
I'll throw in the clip of the actual crash from Daytona last year, but you were saying you have full intentions of cutting this front section off, correct?
Correct.
And then he's gonna obviously he has 3 different computer displays that he's gonna place inside here. He has a racing seat coming from an old truck or an old car, right?
Correct. And the cover that goes over the back of the bed will recover this, but we're going to cut it off right here and cut it across. My computer is going to sit in, the PC is going to sit in back here under this, and all the wiring going to the controls will go under the transmission tunnel and come up to the front and back through, so the cables are kept out of sight. On the back, the intent is, because this is going in the living room, and the wife is not too happy about it. Now, understand I do have a 15-foot wide by 30-foot long living room, and my iRacing sim seat takes up about the same space as this is going to take up anyway. So on the back, we're going to get a nice black leather couch and get it mounted and fixed in here that looks nice, facing backwards, with a TV screen, a big TV screen, so people can watch the actual race when we're racing from sitting on the back of the truck.
And then you said you're actually gonna obviously put the seat inside here, mount a steering wheel, and then you're gonna have actual functioning gauges and stuff like that in there, right?
We'll put simulated gauges in the front and light up just to play around. There's other things for iRacing that we use that can be mounted in the dash as well. So my pedals and stuff will be in the proper places as they would be in the truck.
That's freaking awesome.
You can see where the impact with the outside wall in the crash crushed the frame here. And unlike in some race series where you can cut the clip off, the front clip off, replace it, they cannot replace the front clip, so the truck is a loss. The frame is a loss on this truck.
Behind Hill now.
Those are teammates up on the high side. Timothy Peters, Ross Chastain.
Contact and another crash, and this one involves Gerhart in the 63. And the caution is back out.
Oh, man.
Hold on to it. Hold the brake. Hold the brake.
One of those teams that were short on fuel or hoping they could make it. They didn't want any more laps. No more caution laps. But they're going to get them.
We've had an excess of 20 caution laps since those drivers pitted back on lap number 60.
Austin Wayne self involved with Gerhart. And we'll rack them up and do it again.
That's not what Junior Joyner wanted to see.
Or Scott Zipadelli.
And there's Zipadelli there. What do you do, Phil? Do you just run them until they run out of gas? Or do you come to pit road and top off knowing there's so few trucks in the race?
Boyd, by the way, Boyd and Rayome each have an extra 7 or 8 laps of fuel in their trucks, and they are the drivers that will be starting in the second row as Crafton and Hill pitted on lap 60.
See a little bit of contact at 22 of Austin Wayne himself. Got into the back of the 63 of Bobby Gerhart. Takes both of those trucks into the outside wall.
Obviously, this car was in NASCAR's Gander Outdoor Truck Series. You said this was crashed last year?
Last year, February, Daytona truck race.
Sweet. As you can see, it still has a lot of the decals on. Obviously, the whole front clip is removed, engine's removed. The whole thing's pretty much gutted. If you look inside here, I mean, there's still a decent amount of stuff in here. He actually did be able to get the back glass that was on here. Show you guys from the back. The R is a little messed up for Gerhart's thing, but up top you can see Bobby Gerhart sticker with the number up top. And then what's the technical name for the flaps that are up top here? That's just the roof flap for like when they're spinning, kind of slow down, make it more aerodynamic. But
That'll be replaced.
you're gonna get a piece put on. Sweet. So if you guys were ever curious what the, technically it's a tube chassis, correct? Well, you guys can see what all comes into a NASCAR Truck Series truck with all the body panels off, at least in the rear. Still some stuff hooked up.
Fuel tank sits in this.
Yeah, fuel tank sits in the back here. This is actually pretty sweet. You can see the fuel line running down and through here, which is, that's a metal fuel line. That's pretty cool, honestly. Like, there are some people that have done this before, but like, you'd never imagine that somebody in your family was gonna have one in their living room, and lo and behold, you with the crazy purchases once again.
Didn't cost me anything.
Well, yeah, anyway, you got this for nothing. But we do still need to get the dune buggy. I'll throw in a clip of my mom freaking out when we got the dune buggy because he had that delivered to our house almost 2 years ago. Got something that was delivered today, and mom's gonna see it for the first time, and she's pretty pissed. Hey, Mom.
Hello.
What's going on?
Trying to figure that one out myself. Oh, that's real good. Oh, yeah. That's just what we needed.
I thought so.
What the fuck?
Alrighty guys, we are going to wrap up today's video here. If you guys want to actually see the end product of my dad doing this whole NASCAR Truck Series truck iRacing simulator, let me know. Drop a comment down below, and we will show the final product of what my dad has planned. He's actually taking it up to New York, up near the family's cabin, and he's going to have our neighbor up there help cut and get everything prepped and ready to go. That way we can just put it right into the living room like he was saying. So if you guys really do want to see that, drop a comment down below and let me know that you guys want to see the final product on that. I think it's going to be freaking sweet. My mom's going to hate that it's in the living room, but it is what it is. So if this was your first time watching a video on the channel, I hope you guys give this video a big thumbs up. My dad very rarely appears in videos, and one of the last videos that my dad was actually in, we got good views on. My dad was in my dad shoes for the first time in 20 years when he took beech nut wintergreen, and he was chewing it at the house. So like I said, join us on our journey to 10,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for watching so much. I appreciate the support as we continue to climb in 2020. Hope you guys are excited for the go-kart and everything else on the channel. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.